and personal with Vibes Caribbean. With Vibes Caribbean.
A new series of programs, Vibes Caribbean. We're starting out with our Vibes Caribbean directory where we tell you where to go, what to do, what to see, where to eat here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We're starting out giving you a look at the Argyle International Airport. This is where you would land when you come to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's the nicest piece of real estate. Let me welcome you to St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
For that energy boost drink, feel the drum, gives you stamina, feel the drum, boost up your day, get some energy, with your home, the action and the hard they go twin, village rum is for woman, village rum is for man, with that blend of vitamins to make you strong. But Village Rum is not for lambs. No. For that energy boost drink, feel the drum, gives you stamina, feel the drum.
Village Rum, not for lambs.
Vibes Caribbean.
42 years now since they have changed around the carnival to the June to July period. How long have you been in the business?
Well, it's a kind of lifetime in a form, but active. From 69 to now, for 50 years. 50 years doing tailoring too, part of the same age. We'll all trade.
My special guest on Vibes Caribbean this week, Blondie Bird. Blondie Bird is the major player here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines as far as making mass. How are you doing?
Well, happy carnival, everything on the move right now. We are celebrating our 25th anniversary since we own and we start the band. Well, until used to be a past drag and a royal. So now we are the own. This year we're doing climate change.
How did that come about? Who came up with this idea?
Well, tell the truth, it's a kind of band kind of thing now. We don't do so again, like all the people get together, come up with the idea. And when we started to do the thing, we don't realize we're spending any time. In terms of climate change, the time now we're going now. And with it all time, do a band with a kind of story and a message. For instance, if you remember, we do Watch How the World Come. At the time when the internet and all them things now coming in. And we want the band to make them change, so it's just the same thing now.
Climate change for 2019, tell us a bit about the sections.
Well, we're doing two actually local things from St. Vincent where people getting problem with in terms of, fella asked me that already, Pina, and the Calypso Judge, why we bring in hibiscus in a band like climate change. But when I show him, we go on. I take you from Stony Ground when last you see a hibiscus tree. All in the garden, all in the cemetery, every churchyard, every fence. They have them thing again. And we doing the seahorse. That seahorse now, if you check with the diving place Sun Sail. That is the logo on Sun Sail. That Sun Sail is do plenty scuba diving and them kind of thing. And when we reason with some of the people now who help we do some research, they show them without these scuba divers and them don't see that seahorse again. Since this climate change coming, you don't see that. So we just trying to depict that will show you at least two things that actually going out. And the rest is just basic now. Like for instance, the perfect storm. Everybody don't know what that is. So the rest is basic topic. We're doing deforestation. We kind of show people we go on with the climate change in the forest. If you notice, we have a section where we actually do, we call destruction. But we actually, that section actually building out of plastic bottle and plastic glass just to show you the destruction that them kind of thing causing right now. So we are on a good target right now. The band going good, we are on a good target. And it have groups now who are dealing with like climate change. Right? It have plenty of groups here dealing with climate change. There are some group in Cumberland now dealing with the climate change. So I would like to get bigger and bold now. So all we could be sending the same message at one time because at least we don't have the story. So anybody who wants to be a part of the climate change could come and check with any group who is a part of the thing could come and check with, because we think set up along the line.
Coming up with an idea is all well and good, but to take the idea and put it on paper, put it out there so people as the constant.
Yeah, as the constant. We have very good artists in the form, and the artists now actually is work. It's easy now because remember he's doing that number of years now over the years. And it's easy now because from the time you come with two ideas and you tell us it's easy for us to work with because some of the ideas actually might bring them in a different form already. You know? So it's easy for us to work with and because he understand our kind of skill too. Right? Because he actually is work out in the band. If you go to the tent now, you meet in Azzy and Gat and Simone. So the kind of understanding over the years. And remember, we the only group that's day 24/7 now. We in Carnival. And if you remember our group that's there for the whole year. Our tent is open for the whole year. They make we here for the whole year. So we pass the Carnival thing right now. We just run the clock, right? Right on 24/7 we just do man.
Blondie Bird celebrating 50 years personally in the business, and his band celebrating 25 years. Let me congratulate you and wish you and Blondie Bird and friends all that's best for 2019.
Yes, and take a picture of the jersey too. We had them say on sale, $50. To buy a Blondie Bird and friends if you want to support we. They say plain one like we are on it. A silver jewelry.
Who's going to buy this one?
Now your jersey don't say. Anybody who feel like we are Blondie Bird and friends this year, himself you play master you want to support. You can check the tent and we get jersey ready for you for $50.
Alright, tell us where to find you.
Well, at least we there uptown, near to BMC agencies, at the old tailor shop from Bahadaway, and as usual the tent and Tongue Hill. And in the next month or so, you could check we in front of agriculture uptown. Up by agriculture up there, check we up there. This is where we could be in the next month. We start with King and Queen, and with the costume we could be there in the next month or so.
Give us some numbers, phone numbers, how could they reach you?
593-5645. Yeah, and got now 593-5760.
Alright, Blondie Bird and friends, getting ready for Vincent.
As usual, I have to pay thanks to all our sponsors out there, BMC agencies who they behind me 25 years. The Kids Plus, she doing 25 years with us too. So I have to say congratulations to them. And Joshua, she doing 25 years with us. M. Musa and Sons, he doing the 25 years. And I have to say this now. I'm sorry that my partner ain't left to see it, my lawyer. Then he ain't left to see the 25 years. Yeah, but he was one the man right through from the start to now. So we're going on a good track right now.
So what is it you like to say to the youngsters, the friends out there who are viewing a program like this about coming on board with Blondie Bird?
Well, this is the best idea to we express the changes at the climate change right now. So I feel plenty of people go invest in the band, but I would like to see everybody play mass as usual. They're bound to do it with. Because the more the tongue pack up is better for the festival in a fall.
Vibes Caribbean.
We are promoting Carnival and Vibes Caribbean, but I got my good friend Fives. Alright, Fives, can't remember how long we went back in this business, but I met you by Mr. Billingy. You remember Mr. Billingy?
Yeah, of course. 1969, yes.
Okay, then I was saying Mars Camp up Tongue Hill came to buy stuff from Mr. Billingy, and you came with your dad with some grips.
That's correct.
Yeah. But I'm happy to see that you're still taking care of Carnival. Tell us your involvement.
Well, we do sell everything for Carnival now. We are the biggest in Carnival, fabrics, beads, whatever.
All the
All the decoration we sell them. All the mass band leaders that come here. Here is the leaders.
All right, but you do special work with special bands. You sponsor a little here and there.
I do sponsor them. All of them, I give them a big discount.
Okay.
Plus, I give them things.
All right.
But we don't want to talk about it now to show the public what I given, you know.
But outside of that, what else you've got to offer at this time of the year?
Well, we have all the ready-made pants. We have all the tight for Carnival. We have all the Chinese shoes, slippers. Think of it. We have everything. School bags, everything. We have all the men pants and the cargo short and think of it we have.
Any special discounts to Carnival from you?
Everybody who come here does ask for discount, they usually get.
Or you take care of them?
Of course, I usually take care of my customers from the day one.
And tell us about your opening hours. What time do
we open from 8 to 4:30. Saturdays up to 1:30. From 8 to 1:30.
I suppose I bought something from you and I'd like to give you a call to find if you could help me to change it or something. Anything like that?
No, this is part of the business. We usually change. If it's you buy something from me and not good, we change it for you. We don't argue. We dump it and we give you whatever you want for the money, or you exchange it for the same item. It's not a problem. Here is the most peaceful, helpful place in the country.
And that's why we came by to visit Vibes Caribbean. Been a big support of us for over the many years that we've been producing Vibes Caribbean. What do you like to say to the friends about coming to St. Vincent for Carnival and coming to support you?
Most of my Vincentian friends who live in abroad, please come back home, play mass, get drunk, enjoy life, and this is the place to be. And we meet you all, we're going to have a drink with you all at the same time. Thank you.
My good friend Vibes from Musa and Sons, right in the middle street. You know where to find them. Opening hours up until 4:30, Monday to Friday, Saturdays till 1 o'clock. It's all part of Vibes Caribbean this week.
Israelites, love is the answer. Black and white, love is the answer. Palestinians, love is the answer. Syrians, love is the only answer.
Well, I've got with me one of my great friends. We're going back for years. Actually, I met this guy while I was in school in Toronto. Someone brought me a record called Calypso. This is where I met you. Alston, how you doing?
Good, Randy. Hello, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Caribbean, the world.
50 years ago, you came to Kingston and performed in the Calypso Arena. Mighty Bucket?
Yeah, that was introduced at Peace Memorial Hall in 19... that back then it was Freeland Carnival. Might have been February 1969. You have a good memory because I always remember 68. I guess I got the Mike Finley years mixed up with mine because my song was tribute to Mike Finley. But he made this West Indies team in 68 and I had the song for 69 Carnival.
Carnival is around the corner. You have not been a regular player in the Carnival over the last so many years. The Carnival had to wait on you to get the music to make it happen.
Well, after one thing to another. One time it was just me and then joined by Scotch, So, and a whole lot of us, Ziggy, Ron Pompey, and the local guys here, Posa and Skakes, Ipa. When you start calling names, you forget. Ringo, and Pitani Brown, the late Pitani Brown. I record, I make songs, but I'm not as fortunate as years ago with the radio. You're the one person that keep playing me when I put out something new. So I keep trying, but I think I have a nice one for this year. I'm gonna. As a matter of fact, Frankie's finished. They're just waiting on me to find time to go in the studio and voice it.
So we're expecting something from Beckett for this year.
Yes, definitely, and I think this one is gonna will go down well with the public. It's gonna appeal to young and old.
As you look back over the years since we have changed the Carnival, because in 1977 you had an international hit. You were with Casablanca. After you look back to those years, how are you feeling?
Good. Calypso has been good to me. As a matter of fact, I was at a relative funeral on Sunday, and they took me off guard, asked me to make a speech. Real, the clerks in Sharps, my sympathy to them again. So I got off guard and I got up there and I tell them the importance of family, and in the middle of that I say Calypso didn't do anything for me, and that was a bad statement. Calypso is good to me, but family, you have to have roots, and I'm rooted from my mom, siblings, uncles. I grew up without a father, and I had 6 uncles. And they were like 6 fathers to me. One uncle sent me to school. My very first album was produced by another uncle, Ralph Jeffers. Dr. Sarah sent me to high school. I had to eat half of my uncle Ken Jeffers' lunch at the police barracks. Everybody thought we were brothers. So that was a good, life has been good to me, and without a good family, and I'm saying it to all people, whoever you're listening to it, without family you have no place to go.
Family is wider than just blood, because you have created a family all over the world. Yes,
very important. Yeah.
I went to Colombia with you. you were the major act in Colombia, born in Spear, but by the time we left Colombia, you were the major act in Colombia.
I didn't think born in Spear like that too much.
Yeah, born in
Tried
Spear
to
was
talk to him a
supposed.
few times. He was kind of angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
twice I tried to talk to Judy Moet also at the first Caribbean Music Award, where Teaser swept the awards, and just the people decided that, and I'm still a fan of hers, and I tried to reach out to her, and she wasn't. And then again, Cicely Tice was trying to reach out to me. So
yeah, but Teaser was the
part of the-
song
part
that
of the-
made you international, or you were, because you were at Casablanca. Coming High was a big song, but you figured that Teaser was the song.
Teaser was the biggest song I ever had. Most people would think Teaser, the most success I ever had financially, is from Ooh La La.
Okay.
Because I got a lot of work out of Trinidad, and then somebody stole the song, sold it to Disney, so we got a settlement, and on account of that settlement, Ooh La La was a more financial. And I guess we go down to the nitty-gritties of it, you will still say Teaser because, but what I did, I invested the Teaser money in producing and trying to invest, and that didn't work too well. But still, Teaser has been good to me, but all the songs, I was just telling my cousin Dennis Ambrose a couple of months ago, I got a statement from the PRS. The statements from the PRS is a Performance Rights Society, which I encourage a lot of the youngsters to say, these are the things you need to join, because you never know which part of the world you get in a play. And if you're in this society, these people collect your money. So I got some money from the PRS, and the biggest honor on that statement, you will not believe. See if you can guess.
Small thing.
No, the cat you promised me.
Yeah.
Hey Millie.
Oh yeah.
Hey
yeah.
Millie.
Yeah, from Rock
I come for the biggest honor on that particular statement, and it's hard for me to believe it myself. So you never know what song is going to do. Different parts of the world, different tastes for different folk. Different strokes for different folks. So that has been good for me too. The cat you promised me.
Millie would be happy to hear that.
Paso, play the live Millie for me. Paso from Asterix.
Okay.
Don't look down on a man unless you picking him up. Reach out with a helping hand to your fellow man. Always do the best that you can. I beg you, don't look down on a man unless you picking him up. Be good to your fellow man, even when he's wrong. Always do the best that you can.
And this is the man who was made Calypso International for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. As you listen to the youngsters in the business now, Guinea, Fire, all these guys.
I have a lot of respect for the guys. My two favorites are Bomani and Scorpion. I bet on those two. But they seem to level off and they need to climb again. They got to keep climbing. They've had some good hits, big hits. I have tremendous respect for Skinny because I think of all the jump and wave people in the Caribbean, he tells a story.
Okay.
So I have respect for story. He's a good précis writer, he tells his story. And my favorite one was last year, business. I know the melody, I couldn't hit the words. But that's one of my favorite by him. But he managed to put his story in a short précis form. Might have been a good précis writer at high school, and get the word across. And it goes well with this generation because they don't have a good concentration span. So the shorter you could make your story get across, the shorter you can write it, is the better. And I think he's good at that. Fireman, he's a people guy. He's a people man, you know. They love Fireman. Yeah, he's a lovable guy. He's very he's down to earth and know to reach out and stuff like that.
All right, you've got the Beckett's Benevolent Society.
Beckett Benefit Organization.
Okay, that's what you got. And I'm doing this promotion after Carnival. Soca Master.
This is our 5th consecutive year, and this year is going to be 13th of July. So all you folks who are listening overseas, make sure you book to go back on the 14th, which is the day after. But don't leave St. Vincent on the 13th. Don't leave on the 12th. Stay longer and come to Soca Masters 5. We have so far committed to the fifth is, well, what we do, we get the members to nominate, and then we do a vote on the artists. So
the organization.
So some people return.
Yeah.
So thus far this year, the two soca masters are Posa and Bomani. And I don't want to go with the third person, but he's also a favorite of mine too, and I didn't mention his name, but I don't want to release his name in connection to the show until we nail down the business end of it. But it's most 99% that he's going to be there. But that's the case, and yours truly, I'll be there too.
Since I small, 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 I like music.
Nick, what is it you like to say to the friends, the youngsters who want to get into the business? What is it you like to say to them about being a part of this whole cultural experience?
I say the same thing over and over. Our talent is a blessing, but without discipline, you cannot utilize that blessing. It's a blessing and a discipline. You're blessed by the Almighty God with your talent. You have to use it by, I'll tell you a little story. My new song, you discipline yourself by applying yourself, by practicing. You're never too good. Always keep practicing and learn to play an instrument, because when you can play an instrument, you can work out your own keys. By playing your instrument, you hear vibes, you hear things between the notes, and you hear melodies and stuff like that. The more prepared you are, the better you'll project yourself.
So that is 50 years in the business. He didn't say that it's 50 years. I am the one who's saying it's 50 years in the business. He told me that he came into Kingston to perform in 1969, a tribute to Mike Finley. But where do we find your stuff? People coming in, people who are heading into St. Vincent.
Well, we have them in the two major entry into SVG, and your major exit points. We have the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Jewelry at Argyle International. On the departure side, at the cruise ship berth in Kingston, we at Giggles. So, the tourists come in, the taxi drivers, we appreciate it. We let the tourists know that they can get a bucket on the way out. They go at Giggles.
I went down on his bed, I bumps up with the lid. She know from Porter's Spade, for Vincy Mars again, by Ricky Discotheque. That's where we start to pet. When Bishman start to jam, she hold me by me hand. I want soca, give me soca, sweet soca, this is soca, soca music sweet. I really like the beat. When I go to flex, it's soca till I wet. We gone down Victoria to check panorama. Every step we walk is endless soca talk. Becky Timus real. I love my soca still. When antennas roll, I just lose control. I want soca. Give me soca. Sweet soca, dreamy soca, soca music sweet. I really like it beat. From now until I dead, it's soca in my head. Oh God.
For that energy boost drink, feel the drum. Gives you stamina, feel the drum. Feel the drum. Boost up your day, get some energy. With your home, the extra and the honey go twin. Feel it drum is for woman, feel it drum is for man. With that blend of vitamins to make you strong. But Village Rum is not for lambs. No. For that energy boost drink, feel the drum. Gives you stamina, feel the drum.
Village Ram, not for lambs.
Vibes Caribbean.
One of the people who support us big time on Vibes Caribbean is Mr. Wayne Crichton. He's a man by R.I.P and WAD agencies.
Not too bad, Randy, as usual. Everything's good.
Carnival, Christmas, a whole lot of the big things that happenings around you. KLC, Brumal, tell us a bit about your involvement.
I'm the agent for KLC Canada, Brumal Inc. out of Miami. Right now, there's a little bit of teething problems. Our customs have brought in a new system. So we're having a little problems where they need to have everything documented. If you send a barrel, you have to say what's in it. If it's a box, you have to say what's in it. No more personal effect. You have to say whether it's food, you have to say whether it's a book or whatever. They need to have it detailed as now. So we're having a little teething problem. This system came in like a week, 2 weeks ago. But other than that, everything seems to be going otherwise smoothly.
But this is great information for the friends who are shipping things that they need to tell you how things are going.
We sent out emails to our agents in Canada and also in Miami, because if you send a vehicle, you have to give them all the information, which is the color, size engine, chassis number, engine number, and all those things. If you're shipping a barrel, you have to say what's in it, food stuff. You can't just say personal effects. Everything has to be detailed. That's customs gonna hold problems. Right now we have problems with the ships themselves. The ships used to come every week, now it's every 2 weeks, and then sometimes they miss their call and come an extra week. So now we're having a little problems where we used to take 3 weeks out of Canada, is now sometimes running 4 and 5. So, and it has nothing to do with KLC or RMS, the ship itself, the ship agents. We don't control the ship, Randy. Once it leaves Toronto, gets to St. Vincent, it's out. Once it lands in St. Vincent, it's my duty to have the containers open. Other than that, we can't help.
You got Canada covered now. New York, Florida, or if I want to shop.
Well, Florida, we have a lot of competition out of Florida. But if anybody wants to ship, consolidate, Brumal Inc. You can check our website at RBS Inc. SVG, www.rbesincSVG.com. And all the information is on there, Andy.
Carnival, you a major supporter, you sponsor?
Well, usually every year, Randy, I sponsor winners. Sign Hill Euphorium, that's my band, and I sponsor that for the last 6 years. We do a lot of small sponsorships, help out when I can. You know, things are kind of tight now, so you have to watch your budget.
Mr. Crichton, let me thank you for being a part of Vibes Caribbean. What is it you'd like to say to the friends who are viewing a program like this about supporting RBS, WAD agencies? WAD agencies is Guardian General Insurance. You also involved in insurance?
Yeah, we just, Guardian, WD agencies is agent for Guardian General out of Trinidad. Guardian is in 23 countries of the Caribbean, Central and South America. So we're now agent for them and trying to get a little piece of the pie. There's a lot of competition here, a lot of insurance companies, but if you want to check out Guardian, go on. They're strong company. Guardiangroup.com and see for yourself. A-rated.
Vibes Caribbean.
Whenever you're in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you have to find a place to eat, and the place to eat in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, VJ's. But where did it all start with? I've got with me Julia, the lady who takes care of the business. How are you doing?
I'm good, Randy.
And where did you get started?
VJ's got started in Pause Avenue in 1977. I can't take any credit for that. It's the brain of my mom. And the word VJ's, of course, came from her name, Veronica John. So she had an idea. She worked at Young Island and she said she wanted to open a little cook shop. And 42 years later, we're here.
This was the second stop from Paul's Avenue you came in.
From Paul's Avenue, we came here in 1984. And in 1992, we opened the VJ's Rooftop. And since that, we've been busy. We've been really busy. We've been good.
You also had a New York area that you did a little something?
Yes, my brother ventured out and he opened a VJ's in New York. It was a bit challenging for him though, because it's not like St. Vincent. Things that we get off in St. Vincent, they can't try that in New York. So, you know, he faced with quite a bit of challenges, and he got into a location where he was between a Jewish church and a school.
Okay.
So he couldn't do the bar and food alone with the Vincentian outstate. It wasn't cutting it. So he decided to get out of that, and he's doing catering. But he's doing it on the minus catering, but it's still a VJ's name.
I love this. Tell us a bit about VJ's downtown here.
Okay, well, we relocated, renovated, and relocated to VJ's downtown 2007. We actually ran and came back home. Come back home when we found out that VAT was coming into effect, and so, you know, why pay rent and pay a mortgage at the same time, you know? It didn't make sense, and we had here. And when you look at the closest we moved up to here, we didn't think it made sense having two businesses in such close locations. So we decided, you know what? Get out the rent and come here. Let's just concentrate on our mortgage. We got some licks for it, but at the end of the day, I think it was a great move.
So how is things? How are you doing?
Well, I think we still dominate the scene. We are still the place to go. We are still the restaurant people talk about first. Anybody you meet on the street and you want a good home soul food, you think VJ's first more than any place else. We are looking down the road for the continuity of VJ's. And hence the reason Anglican School being our neighboring school, we thought that we should adopt the school.
Okay.
By just adopting the school, we said, well, you know, what we can do when they have little fairs and stuff, we may just get involved. You know, get them a case of chicken here, a case of chicken there, help them to cook better catering. And then we said, you know what, let's start offering these children a little $5 roti. And we did that 2 years now. You know, we have kids coming from grammar school, high school, St. Martin, Bishop Park, just name it. The kids are coming without advertising. So we said, you know what, it's a good move because now we having the kids, they get into enjoy the taste and the flavor. So it's getting there. We had, because if you look around being at VJ's, our customers are predominantly mature people because they're still looking for the Vincent's and tradition sort of cooking.
What mommy created.
They're looking for what mommy created, and that is what they knew. But now we have decided let's cross over to this other generation so we could survive another 40-somebody years. And it's working. It's working.
40-something years in the business. VJ's, I'm chit-chatting with about Julia Richardson and Carnival right around the corner. People coming in. What is it you would like to say to them?
Well, we do what we will be doing what we do best. Is that we'll be offering VJ's to the people. We'll be offering the love of what we do, cook good Vincentian cuisine, which is what we'll be offering. When you think food, you can think VJ's. When you think hours, we have here to offer breakfast, lunch, and you guarantee at midnight we'll be here to offer you something to eat. So we're here right here.
Jubilee morning, you're right here.
Jubilee morning, that's our thing. That's just think local, we're here. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, we just open. We're not closed. We just open. We have a very sexy cocktail list on the menu. You can think cocktail, you can come in, rum punch. And just about everything we try to offer, a wide cross-section of menu to cater to everybody. We have to say thank you so much for the support and the love that we have been getting. It's tremendous. Our roti is still the must-have. A gentleman said to me last week, I've been here 3 days, and it's not until I ate this roti that I realized that I'm in St. Vincent. He said the roti just reminded me that I'm home. We don't make it any special, we just make it tasty. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just a simple, tasty boat.
VJs, it's the name. Julia is the lady who's running the business. George is your buddy, he's
George
the man.
is my brother. George is my brother. He's the man. He's not the front of the business, but he's quite here, well supportive. Because at the end of the day, when we close the space at night, you're not seeing George. But when we come back next morning, he's like the gypsy. The place is clean, and that's George.
And you've got VJ's Prime Line.
We have VJ's Prime Line, which is the place where you can lay back and have a drink and still have a good food, a good VJ's roti to eat, and a good home cooked meal. You can still get it at Prime Line. And my partner right now in business is my husband. He's my rock. He's right here with me beside my side. He's working with me, and I can't ask for more support.
We had VJs, and wherever you are in this world, heading to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Carnival, Christmas, whatever time of year, this is the place to eat. Julia, thank you for spending some time with us.
Thank you, Randy.
For that energy boost drink, feel the drum. Gives you stamina, feel the drum.
Feel the drum.
Boost up your day, get some energy. With your home, the extra and the hard they go twin. Village rum is for woman, village rum is for man. With that blend of vitamins to make you strong.
But Village Rum is not for lambs.
No, for that energy boost drink, feel the drum. Gives you stamina, feel the drum.
Village Rum, not for lambs.
Vibes Caribbean.
Great feeling to be on top of the hill, Kingston Hill. I grew up on the hill and got to know Mr. Philbert Brown, Yang, very well. And Yang got into the bakery business, one of the major business on top of Kingston Hill. Been out of for a while that he hasn't been baking, turned the business over to an entrepreneur who did some work here. But I've got his son here with me, Mr. Bernard Brown. Yeah.
Well, Randy, good to be here. Glad to be on the show. Before I go any further, let me say a pleasant evening to everybody hearing my voice and seeing my face. I must express heartfelt gratitude and thanks to the patrons who supported us over the years. And look forward to seeing old faces with some new faces also.
Yank Brown, tell us a bit about your dad.
Well, my dad is gone fast. August this year will be a year since he left. And actually, I'm just trying to live up and try to fill some big shoes. Okay? So hopefully, with the grace of Almighty, I might be able to achieve a little of what he has left for me.
Most of us as youngsters, our parents grew up doing things and we never really got involved. Baking is one of the things you're going to get into. You know the business?
Well, since I know myself, I was in the business. I know a bit of one or two things that my old man passed on to me. But baking bread is like cooking food. You may have all the ingredients. You give two different chefs, same ingredients, you're going to have two different tasting pots. So hopefully, everybody asks me if he left the recipe. He did left the recipe. The next question is, can I get the mix as good as my father? Or like I say, I'll try my utmost best.
You got all the equipment, all the top stuff here.
Most of the equipment, they are still here, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed they can give me a couple of years service so I can clear the mortgage and hopefully I'll be okay. But like I said, the problem with machines, they're old, definitely old. They are already done the time, they're 40 years plus old, right? So I'm hoping that it will give me enough time so like I said, I could pay the mortgage, update equipment, and as my dad would always say, leave it for someone who come in behind me.
Having a chit chat with Yank Brown, Bernard Yank Brown, the junior Yank, and we're opening up the business here at Kingston Hill. You got a date in mind?
Yes, I'm shooting for the 1st of July. So as folks say, you might have some carnival Yank bread for the carnival, hopefully, if all goes well.
Tuesday morning we could come and grab some bread to go.
Well, unfortunately, from past practice, we normally close on the carnival weekend, right? But like I said, if people need bread will be available, because back in the days, we would facilitate persons with orders like hot dog rolls and hamburgers and so on. So that will still be it.
All right, so how do we reach you and what numbers do we call?
Well, actually, you can reach me at 491-1951 or 485-6669 or email me at bernardbrown@vincysouth.com.
We're at Yank's Bakery at Kingston Hill, reopening for the carnival. July 1st is the date they've got lined up. And what is it you're going to say once again to the friends who've been supporting your dad about supporting you?
Well, on behalf of my mom, my family, a heartfelt thank you. Thank you very much. As a matter of fact, too, I must say, show my appreciation to the folks who have been meeting me on the street and asking me, Yank, when you get back the bread? Yank, when you get back the bread? So I'm hoping that I won't disappoint my customers. So I'm definitely going to try my best to give you the Yank bread. As my friend Blondie would say, anything other than Yank bread will be a waste of time. It won't be Yank bread, it will be Yank cousin. So I'm trying to give you Yank bread.
Yeah, Blondie Bird is right nearby and you're a real carnival man. You're opening up the business in the thick of things right into carnival. Let me wish you all success, man.
Well, thank you, Randy. Thank you very much for having me on the program. And like I said, once again, thanks to all the old customers who have supported me. Thanks in advance to those who will be supporting me. And as a matter of fact, what I'm planning to do, the very first official batch of bread, mark my word, the very first official batch of bread, any old customer who I can identify as being an old customer will get one bag of bread free on the house. That's just to make sure that the old customers give me the feedback to say, yeah, Jan Pa, it tastes like your father. So once the old customers give me that feedback, then I'll know exactly, well, I'm 85% there, 90% there, young boy, it makes sense, just like your father. Pack it up.
Bernard Yank Brown. It's all part of Vibes Caribbean's directory this week. Where to go, what to do, who to see here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's the vibes.
For that energy boost drink, feel the drum, gives you stamina, feel the drum, boost up your day, get some energy, with your home, the extract and the honey go twin, feel the drum is for woman, feel the drum is for man, with that blend of vitamins to make you strong.
But Village Rum is not for lambs.
No, for that energy boost drink, feel the drum, gives you stamina, feel the drum.
Village Rum, not for lambs.
Vibes Caribbean.
Yeah, we're live on vibescaribbean.com. This is our radio, internet radio station where we take you across the world on vibescaribbean.com. We also carry our television programs on vibescaribbean.com. This is how you reach us at 784-495-7404 and vibescaribbean@gmail.com. Reach us and we get your stuff across the friends who are viewing and listening to us here on Vibes Caribbean. In our Vibes Caribbean marketplace, standard shippers, square deal shippers, both in the same location at Sharp Street. Across the road, general and maritime agencies, agents for Admiral Bay, inter-island shipping, and disposal and waste management. Cobblestone Inn, a great location and the comfortable accommodation. LA Upholstery and Antrobus Enterprises at Stony Ground. And the Randy's supermarkets with locations all across St. Vincent. Vibes Caribbean Marketplace. We reach the people you need to reach before the people you need to reach you. At the Argyle International Airport, I meet a whole lot of my great friends. This is Mr. Denzel Backus. His establishment at St. Vincent Brewery, 2 locations, one at the Argyle International Airport and one at Kingston. When you're in or out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, one of the stops you gotta make, St. Vincent Brewery. Yeah, while working on our television package, we met Patrick Jr. working on a video. So as part of our Vibes Caribbean directory, let's share with you what Patrick has done with his video production.
Yeah, man, St. Vincent with it. Being out tonight, you know, proud to be Vinci. Keep it clean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, let me promote them thing there.
Lord of mercy, Lord of mercy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, it's such a joy to see brothers and sisters in harmony. No fussing and fighting, no hatred, no jealousy. Why? Such a joy to see the fulfillment of prophecy. How good and pleasant it is for us to dwell in unity. Whoa. We have to come together like birds of a feather. We have to stick together in any kind of weather. Let's do these things right in just sight, so we can shine His light so bright. And soon you will realize how we have the first prize. Stand firm and open up your eyes. Such a joy to see brothers and sisters in harmony. No fussing and fighting, no hatred, no jealousy, no. Such a joy to see the fulfillment of prophecy. How good and pleasant it is for us to dwell in unity. Whoa. We don't need no more fighting, 'cause that's not the right thing. Togetherness is all we need, so we can hail the King. Oh, hail the King. Joe, negus, negas. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, it's such a joy to see brothers and sisters in harmony. No fussing and fighting, no hatred, no jealousy. Whoa. So rise up, your children, rise up. Don't you ever give it up. Live it up, Rasta children, live it up. Hey. Whoa, whoa, boy. Whoa, whoa, boy. Live up, Rastafari children. Hey. Boy, boy. Whoa, whoa, boy. Yes. Don't you ever give it up, Rastafari children. We have to come together like birds of a feather. We have to stick together in any kind of weather. Let's do these things right in just sight, so we can shine His light so bright. Such a joy to see brothers and sisters in harmony. No fussing and fighting, no more hatred, no jealousy. Why? Such a joy to see the fulfillment of prophecy. How good and pleasant it is for us to dwell in unity. Why? Whoa, whoa, why? Whoa, whoa, why? Why, why? Whoa, whoa, why? Hey.
Vibes Caribbean, our directory for 2019, just before Carnival. You want to advertise with us? 495-7404, vibescaribbean@gmail.com. Become a part of what we're doing.